Guys, it's Corey with Current Angling. Right now I'm out here on the water again. It's kind of a mid-tide incoming. Let's just see what happens, see what the day brings. There are so many shrimp in here, it's unbelievable. See, look at them all, guys. Look at that guy. Hey, free bait. The shrimp just jumped into my kayak. All right, I've got my shrimp right there on my jig head. Something's just munching. There we go. You saw that bite. That trout took it right out here. It's another really common catch. Northern pufferfish. Insane. Here's one. Little tiny redfish. Right inside. I was saying that. Just gonna say I was gonna target this area right here because the water goes a little further into the grass than other spots. Freaking lively, aren't you, dude? I'm gonna put shrimp right up here against the grass line. Go. And the redfish is going right to the grass. Pull him out of there. Look at him. Hoss. Big boy, I'm gonna lip him once I get him in here. Where my fish lippers at? Right here. All right, here they are. That's a decent one. I'm just on the jig head. Real light color fish here. I'm gonna try and get him back quick so he's nice and healthy. All right, he's out. Good looking spot here because you've got dock structure and then you got the little creek coming in right here on the left of it. Got a bite right there. Might have something on. There we go, I do. It's a black drum. Interesting. A while since I caught a black drum, guys. All right, here's another fish. This is a black drum, just caught on the shrimp. Pretty common catch if you're fishing with the shrimp, especially around the bottom of these docks. I don't have an ice bag, so he's going back. It's his lucky day. As I was saying about this little spot right here, it's got all the right things in the recipe. See, there's another fish hanging there. A lot of times these black drum will be schooled together. And some pecks. You guys, I really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and give me a comment. It helps so much with the algorithm and things, and I can keep bringing you guys content, and this can be shared to even more people. There we go. There's another one. It's a much bigger fish. Looks like he went to the other side. That's why I'm following him. He broke me. Man, that was a big fish. Try right here. There we go. It's a fish. Do not. It's a flounder. Look at the flounder. That was cool. That was cool to watch the flounder take it and then it come off, but still stay right there at the surface. And it's too small of a flounder. Anyways, so I'm just putting this little cork right in the mouth of this little tiny creek right here, right off the main river. Seems to be a good little spot. I've caught 3-4 fish here. So this area I'm in right now, it's got a lot of current moving right at the grass line, and there's not many places for the fish to go up into the grass, so they're gonna be consolidated there and around these docks. But most important thing is it's probably about 3 feet, 2-3 feet at the edge of this grass in the kind of max depth areas, and I can just put the cork right there on the grass line, about 1 foot off, just like this, and it's just going to drift with the current right in that perfect strike zone where these fish are going to be sitting. Now if I'm stationary, I can get to a certain point, reel it in, and then go up current and get it and just do the same drift. I like to do that a lot of times if I'm on a really good spot, good oyster mound or a creek mouth. But right here I'm kind of showing you how it's drifting. I'm drifting too backwards now, but how it's just staying right exactly where it should be, about 1 foot from the bank. Right here. Just went under twice. There it is. Big trout. Look at that trout. All right, guys, it's the middle of the day, so the lighting is horrible, but here's a pretty nice sea trout. I'm gonna release it here, but I bet it's 17 inches here. All right, it's going back in the water. This gal. Here she goes. Floater rig, just right on the grass line. I've got 20-pound braid, cork. I think it's either 15 or 20-pound fluorocarbon, and a 2-watt owner circle hook. Last time I was here, they were under the docks in 15, 20 feet of water. So I was looking there, but I just found that trout 3 feet off the bank with a cork. So I'm gonna try that again here. All right, that's another nice trout. Look at that guy. Really nice trout right on that hump. All right, guys, I'm starting to find some trout. That one, I felt the tick and set the hook. And it was right where it's supposed to be, at the mouth of a creek, right over some oyster. When I pull these things into the kayak, especially without a net, they make so much dang noise. Well, I caught that one on root beer. I just reached into my bag, and this is a root beer with gold on it, which is also a good color. Gold Rush, Zman Gold Rush. This is the mouth, a little entrance to a small creek, basically. And that grass line right there represents a cove or a little ridge that comes out, peninsula that comes out and angles out. So there's probably right down here oysters that comes all the way in, kind of like a little hook or a cove. There I was on, when I caught that trout, I was on that side of it. And as soon as my lure went over that little dip, that cove, and then dip off the backside, that trout smashed. Small redfish. Right there in the same spot. Kind of on that little island, some grass, eating the shrimp. Nice little flat right here, and there's something dark right there in the water. Might be a big alligator. I'm gonna grab my cell phone and zoom in on it. But when you're out here wading around in the grass, you know, there's definitely some gators in here too. And they are low profile. So the gator's just looking at me. It kind of reminds me of that scene with the raptors in Jurassic Park. Just looking at his eyeball. Waiting for a clever girl to attack me from the other side or something.
So a lot of times I'm out walking the flats all alone looking for tailing redfish, and from this view from my kayak, I could barely see just the back of this thing, but obviously from my kayak is 12 feet long. Here he's flaring up his back and getting big in a defensive position to show me his size. I'm actually much further than it looks, and I'm trying to go around him, but here when he dips underwater, I decide to get out of there.
So there's a little bit of structure, a little bit of hard bottom and oysters right on this grass line, and it's nice to take a cork, put it right up against the grass as much as you can, and it's just gonna flow right down with the current, right on the edge of the grass. Redfish, just took my cork. There's my cork. All right, now he knows he's hooked. Like I thought, right at 19. Perfect eating, red drum. Very blue tail on him. Look at that tail. Perfect eating size. There's enough food there, but it's not a real old fish. So I'm gonna bring this one home. Whew. All right, guys, it was starting to get really hot there at high tide, so I ended up calling the trip. But make sure you guys go check out my other content right here for lots of informative Charleston fishing, and I'll see you there.